very, very good looks. We had a tough time, I thought, in the first half making shots. I think it was fortunate for us. I think they probably had some difficulty, too, making some shots. And then I thought in the fourth quarter, obviously, the performance by Klay Thompson and how well he shot the ball. And then, I felt like we didn't do a great job, coming down the stretch. And I think we've made such great improvements coming down the stretch in terms of just on both offense and defense of doing a better job of executing. And that really hasn't been us, the last month and a half. And I thought we got a little stagnant coming down the stretch. And then I thought us defensively, we were a little bit late. We made some tough shots, and they made some plays. But, 7-game series, I'm excited. I think our guys are, too, about the opportunity to play again.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoma, and Billy, particularly the last 2 minutes where you didn't really get a shot off, much less a good one. What happened to the offense in those last 2 minutes?
Well, I think a couple of times, Barry, we got into some late clock situations. I think on some of the switching, we needed to have better awareness rolling back. I think some guys, when they did switch, had some opportunities to kind of go. We didn't. That happened twice on the side of the bounce plays. And maybe I need to do a better job of explaining that, in the timeouts. But I also thought, like in the half court, I just didn't feel like we ran our offense with the pace and the tempo that we needed to run it. I thought we kind of got into it a little bit slowly. When I say slowly, in terms of we got the ball where it needed to go, but it never really kind of moved from there. And again, I think we've done a good job, and I thought we made some really positive strides, but, over the last month and a half or since the playoffs started. But I thought we got a little stagnant offensively, no question.
Myron Patton, KOKH, Fox 25. Tough game. It was not a game 7, but certainly you didn't want to go back out west. What was your message to the team when you got in the locker room? Because you know why you lost. So what was your message to them about game 7? Well,
again, I think a couple of things, looking at the game. We defended, I thought, really, really well in the half court. But we really got hurt at the three-point line, and we got hurt on some long rebounds. And obviously, it's really, really hard to overcome 21 three-point shots that they made. But I also thought our guys gave great effort, on both ends of the floor. But I think the opportunity to go back and play again, is what I'm excited about. I think this group, just being around them, has been a pretty resilient, tough-minded group in terms of being able to bounce back quickly and go out and play.
Michael Kenny, coach, Kevin, 10 of 31 from the field. Obviously, second straight game where he's not shooting particularly well. What did you think of his shot tonight, especially some of the ones he took there in the fourth quarter?
Well, I really thought early in the game he got really good looks. He had a couple drives to the basket, he didn't quite finish. I thought he had a couple good looks from three. He got the ball, I thought, in some really good areas of the floor. Again, where he caught the basketball, sometimes I think for Kevin, with as much as he gets, and I'm not using this as an excuse, but grabbed and held and he kind of breaks, sometimes putting your head down and driving it and creating, is almost like the next best thing there. But I just didn't feel like at times collectively as a group, just with the execution part of it, that we helped him from screening angles and things like that and things we were trying to run. I thought Golden State was able to blow up some of those plays, which made it difficult. And now he got caught with the ball where we just didn't help each other enough in those situations, in my opinion. Just sitting from the bench, I'll maybe have a different pulse tomorrow watching the film, but that's what I felt like.
Dean Blevins, CBS Oklahoma City. Billy, how much of this was simply a matter of these guys are the defending champs, been there, done that, and even though your guys have won some big games, this was Golden State seemed more prepared or came through in the clutch more than your guys? Yeah, I said this before. I was getting asked questions about, like, what are we doing against Steph Curry and Klay Thompson? Like we had, and I said from the beginning, like, they make shots, and that's what happened. Klay Thompson made a lot of shots tonight. Give him credit. And some of those shots were closely defended. Some of those shots were from deep.
and you can do that. Now, we did have some breakdowns. I actually thought Steph got a lot of really good looks in the first half that he did not make. I thought we got bailed out on some of those. And I also thought that, Kevin probably bailed them out because I thought he had some looks too as well. And I thought Serge had a few looks. But the ball didn't go in the basket really in a consistent level for both teams in that first half. And then to your point, listen, they just hopped up and knocked down shots. It wasn't like there was Steph was just going one-on-one, Thompson was going. So those guys were creating and making plays, coming down the stretch, and they made big plays. And I think for us, coming down the stretch there, I thought we just got a little stagnant, and that I felt like we were moving away from that, but we got a little stagnant there.
Brian Brinkley, KFOR TV, a little bit on that point as well. You have to make just 3 3-pointers the whole game. Katie and Russ didn't shoot that well, missed 10 free throws as a team. How frustrating is it to do a lot of the other things well, but you just don't make enough shots to win?
You can take 3 or 4 plays coming down the stretch that maybe we wish we would have had back, but the reality, I think the stat sheet is a really, really good indicator of how hard our guys played. And what I mean by that is that, you give up 21 3-point shots to 3. You miss 10. There's some things that happen on that stat sheet there that are really difficult to overcome. And we kind of were hanging around there and giving ourselves a chance. But, those 3 or 4 plays coming down the stretch, yes, probably we'd like to have had them back and maybe wish we could have done something different with them. But at the same point, we were kind of in an uphill battle on some of the stuff that was going on for them. And to me, that's just an indication of who they've been as a team, winning 73 games. I give our guys a lot of credit that, we've been able to, play toe-to-toe with them. And I think that's why there's some level of excitement from our guys about playing again. But to your point, if we go 13% from the three-point line and they go 47, that's a huge discrepancy.
+44 minutes for Kevin and Russell. Did you feel like fatigue was at all a factor down the stretch? They played a lot in this series.
Yeah, it may or may not have. Look at the stat sheet. Curry played 41 and Thompson was right around 40. Russ was, 44. Kevin, it could have been. Probably asked those guys. I took Kevin out in the first half, took him out in the second half a little bit. I definitely wanted to get him a rest because I played him the whole first quarter. I wanted to get him a break there. But I didn't think so. Those guys have seemed pretty good. I thought when I got Kevin I thought Kevin was looking a little bit tired there to start the fourth, and that's why I wanted to get him out and get him. I think it was right around that 8:59 timeout. We got him out. But I felt like we were okay. Okay, thank you.